Let your preconceptions float away like a balloon filled with bad metaphors. There's no room for logic, perception, or time and space as you know them. A new universe rests inside Antichamber, and you must adhere and adapt to that universe. Antichamber is an exercise of cognitive abilities, the attention, memory, learning, and decision-making parts of the brain, not just because it's about problem and puzzle solving, but because Antichamber takes what you think you know about interacting with reality and turns it on its side. One of the biggest ways we as humans interact with the phenomenon referred to as reality is through visual and auditory stimuli, and Antichamber uses that to its advantage. At first to ease you into its strange properties, but later to challenge your mind even further through sound and optical concepts. Visually, Antichamber is minimalistic, clean and precise, exact. I felt as though I had walked into a Mondrian painting. White planes, intensely colored squares, and black lines construct the design. And the balanced composition of architecture speaks volumes about the manipulation of sight. The sounds complement the visuals. There are no orchestral overtures or imploding singularity sound effects, only simple harmonics and the occasional brush of nature in a place that is far from natural. The maze of Antichamber contains no sensory overload of sights and sounds. It's simplistic. The unobtrusive nature encourages an approach of assess and assimilate, but in contrast to the minimalistic aesthetics, Antichamber's puzzles are not so simple. Antichamber shows exactly what it wants to show when it wants to show it, and in doing so creates somewhat of a problem. When a game defies logic in place of creating its own, I couldn't help but occasionally find myself stranded for lengthy periods of time without progressing forward. There are hints placed throughout the corridors to aid with the trickier obstacles, but even after finishing a route or puzzle, I couldn't help but question whether or not I had actually made progress. But that's not what Antichamber is about. Sure, there's a start and finish, and a traditional sense of progression is made by uncovering new routes and discovering additional ways to manipulate the surroundings with the different tools that are found. But Antichamber isn't about the traditional sense of stage progression. It's about being a conduit to thought, brought to life by mystery and abstract reasoning. That's what matters most in Antichamber. The unparalleled manner in which it embodies abstract concepts through both aesthetic stimuli and cognitive problem solving, the likes of which have never really been seen before. How can you think outside the box or have new experiences if you keep visiting the same places? Antichamber takes us somewhere unique that allows and encourages the mind to think differently, and in the process, Antichamber becomes something special.